And leave that there. I'll do this here. G'day cocktail lovers. If you like whiskey cocktails but you want to mix things up a bit, maybe you haven't tried this, the 19th century. It combines elements of both a sour and a Manhattan to just be a really different, interesting, refreshing drink. A little bit sweet, a little bit sour, and that nice whiskey backbone. Here's how we make it. In a shaker, put 1.5 ounces or 45 mils of the whiskey of your choice. And then you want to put 3/4 of an ounce, around 22.5 mils of white creme de cacao. Then the same amount, 3/4 of an ounce, 22.5 mils of a Lillet Rouge. Then you want to put the same amount, 3/4 of an ounce, 22.5 mils of a rosé vermouth. And then again, and then again, 3/4 of an ounce or 22.5 mils, this time of lemon juice. Add ice to your shaker, shake that good and hard for 10 or 15 seconds to chill and dilute the drink, and then strain that into a chilled Nick and Nora. This is a bright, fresh drink. If you think whiskey drinks aren't for summer, try this one. This is a bright, fresh drink. If you think whiskey cocktails aren't for summer, this could surprise you. Give it a go. The 19th century. Cheers. All right. Nobody's joining the stream. That's okay. Let's me shoot a video. Never met a man who made me feel with you. All right. Let's get to this and let's get to that. Feet fine, so fun. Look out, baby, here I come. Go chicken, turn the banner off. And we're going with it. Okay. And as it's quiet, I'm going to see if I can start Red Dead Redemption. Why the heck not? Something to amuse me. Here I come. All right, what is this thing doing? I'm gonna see if it's gonna play. Brush my hair back. Ugh. At some point, I gotta ask myself, should I cut my hair? And I think I'll get my hair cut. In the meantime, I shall just drink my beverage. Is that 7 out of 10? It's not bad. Get ready. Ooh, that sounds like a gun. Okay. Rockstar Games. This has been out 3 years. Okay, let's start the game. It's gonna do. Share my screen. Okay. I'll change it to this. I'll change it to that. Damn it, did that to me. All right. Right. Starting back here yet again. I'll get in here. All right, girl. Hello, today. Well and good. I kill these guys with my sword. Can you get me? Where's the other one? Where's my horsey? Where's the other Murphys that always appear? Wait, did stabbing him keep him at bay? You tell him death's coming with him. So camp and we can fast travel. It's raining. I think we'll go to Saint Denis and play cards for a while. Get ready. Ready. Ooh, what is that? That's a really weird cloud. That is odd. Going through the swamps. Okay, that's the other thing we're gonna do. We're gonna wander around the swamp at night. See what creepy motherfuckers come out. It's raining in Saint Denis. Okay. Let's go. Let's go. Gonna go to the bar. Wait, what was that on the map? Okay, there's a question mark. I need to go. Is that just going to be the sister? I need to know though. Probably just the sister. That is the sister. Okay. Yeah, fuck your mother. Sure is. Tie up my horse. Hitching up my horse. Hello, Safa and Justin. I'm just chilling because it was a pretty quiet start. We go and play cards in the bar. Wait for a few people to join us.
Look who it is. Like seeing a ghost has been so long.
Yeah, let's play poker. I got a cocktail already. All right. And if no one cheats, it'll be fine. But if I think someone's cheating, they are going to die. Oh, man. I should have got more ammunition, I just realized. Because if I'm going to start a shootout, I'll need ammunition.
Yes, you're getting away from it all more than anything, right? Hopefully I can use some of this time around.
All right, what do we got?
Thank you.
What are we opening with? Nothing. Okay, cool. I'll call. Wait and see what community cards get put out.
Praise me. Ain't got me. You're trying to catch us out, ain't you?
Oh, come on. Staying in. Just bear in mind, if I suspect you guys are cheating, I'm going to kill you all. Okay.
Check. Well, guess that's the way. Check.
Club, and 9, and I've got club and 9. You know what? I'm gonna stay in. I'm gonna stay in.
Well, what can you do?
What's the next card? A 3.
Nah, I don't think so. That's that. Oh shit.
9 and 2. I got a pair of 9s so far.
Miraculous left the billfold at the bar the other night. What do I find inside but 4 locks of hair? Different people's locks, too. Yeah, anytime now. Sure. We're all eager. No for me. Well, guess that's the way.
Jesus. Yeah, no. I got a pair of 9s at this point.
Oh, I'll raise that. Raise you, son.
Yeah, no, I'll just fold. I got nothing.
Yes. I've seen vagrants making their beds in the streets at night. Unbelievable. Sometimes I feel hell's closer than we thought.
All right, let's see. What cards come out this time? And will I just get bored and start killing people? I got a face card. What do we got? 5 and a queen.
I'll call.
Nothing? Yeah, okay. Yeah. Let's stay in there. All right. What are the community cards? Let's see. 7, 8, 10. What the fuck have I got? I could get a straight. Yep, you know what? I should stay in.
Jack. Woo! Raise. I say it's a bluff. I'll see that. They're on some real fine cards.
Yeah, I say it's a bluff. God damn it. Alright, I'm fucking out now. Okay, cards are shit house.
Well, look here. You really want to play?
No, if that, I swear to God, okay. That guy wins again.
I raise. Yeah, okay. This is what I got now. Woohoo! Sorry. That's some really fine luck. Well, that's just fine.
Alright, that's 2 in a row for him. If he wins 3 in a row, I declare that he's cheating. And shit's gonna get real. So, we shall see.
Let's see one more game.
I'm just gonna see one more game. Before I get rash and kill anyone. Right, what are my cards? 6 and 7. Okay, fine.
Sure. Check.
What do we got now? Fuck all. Wait, I've got a heart. And there are 2 hearts there. I might get a flush. We'll see. I'll just check. Nothing outlandish. Okay, you in the hat. You win. I am actually going to kill you. Because I call 3 in a row cheating. Another heart. I'm going to check.
Got a hunch on this.
All right, no, I'm staying in.
You're you, aren't you? All right.
Fuck it. It's not a heart. All right, well, I'm out.
Let's get this game going. I raise.
No, I ain't winning with what I've got.
Calling. Well, here we are one more time. What do you think of this?
Swear to God, if you've won, Guy, it's all over. All right, this guy's a fucking cheat. This guy's a fucking cheat. And we're leaving.
So Angela wanted. What the hell is this? Not that they fight. I'm saying you come on the quits, you know.
I am calling it quits. Fuck you all. This guy's a cheat. And I'm just going to go over here and reel. Oh, no, wait. I'm going to get some guns off my horse. Fuck you. I hate everyone in this town, I've decided. Now is the time for mayhem. I think we shall get us a semi-automatic shotgun and what do we do? Pump action shotgun, rolling block rifle, bolt action rifle. Reload. All right, we're going bolt action rifle. I need a gun because I'm going to start killing people. Shut the fuck up or you're first. No, I don't have anger management problems. That guy was cheating. Shut the fuck up or I'll shoot you first, okay? I'm just going to kill the card cheat and cops, unless you get on my fucking nerves. Actually, not using the gun first. I make a scene, I'm going to make a motherfucking scene. Yeah. All right, I will shoot you in the fucking face first, mate. All right, you have to go too. You were fucking rude. But someone's got to be made an example of. What are you doing, Arthur? Get off the goddamn floor. Jesus Christ, what were you doing on the floor, Arthur? Well, we blew up the guy we didn't like. That's all that counts.
Okay, boys. Find out what's going on.
You're getting shot in the face. That's what's going on.
Come on, somebody hit this fool already. He's inside of this damn place.
Finally got him. Yeah, Khan, I want to see how big a pile of bodies I can build here. You dead? He's dead. There's a bastard. All right. Fuck the police.
You ain't gonna walk out of this town alive.
I bet I do. Actually, maybe I won't.
He's here. He's got no qualms killing you.
All right, just what were the comments? What's my escape plan? Just kill all the... Well, actually, they've got like a never-ending supply of cops, so probably not that. I'll shoot my way out. Basically, when I start running out of ammunition. Yeah, come on, come in. Stuck your head out too far. Man, take a few shots, some of them. See how big a pile of bodies I can make there. You think? Come on, step through the door and say that. I think you should send in a negotiator. Well, step up and try your luck, son. Is there someone still alive in here? Jesus, some of these guys take a lot of bullets. There you go, stuck your head out too far, mate. So did you. Yeah, you sure can. I think I'm out of pistol ammunition. Man, that bar has taken a lot of shots. Okay, got a lot of regular ammo. Eehaw! What's that? Get them in the street. No, Jesus. I'm staying in here where I've got cover. What's my bounty up to? 1,300. Come on, hero. Some more Deadeye material. Oh, how are you still alive? It's usually fucko. How are you still alive? What'll I do? Slow mo, that's my Deadeye. That just symbolizes how good a shot I am. I think it's a really cool feature. Eat shit, buddy. Oh, what's wrong with my fucking gun? Let's go shotgun then. How'd that miss you? Fucking knock his hat off with a shotgun but not kill him. Sorry, just sort of a fun thing to do. Actually, the thing I wanted to do then didn't work. That guy's going to fall into the fire. Oh, someone shot me. I wasn't paying attention to my health meter. It's just a little bit of therapy. All right. That's a bad place to put me. I might just start sniping people. No, I think I'll... Actually, I'll stop. Let's do this. I'm going to make another cocktail, actually. Let's do this. Okay. Actually, I'm going to stop. I wasn't going to quit the game, but I will because the fan's too loud. Need the game. This is where that's my therapy, Safa. Yeah. That's anger management. All right. I have to let my... I think it's really good that the Commonwealth Games are gone. It's fucking stupid. It's a stupid fucking waste of money. Where's my Trello? Okay, 19th century. Move there. I'm working on you. Was that the Mancunima? Kashasa. Kashasa is... Now, I need to put that into... Maybe translate and ask it to pronounce it for me.
Macunaíma.
Macunaíma. It is Portuguese. It's detected it.
Macunaíma.
Macunaíma. Macunaíma.
Macunaíma.
Oh my God, that's so Australian. Holy shit. I don't know why I found that so funny. A Portuguese person would say Macunaíma. And an Australian would go
Macunaíma.
Macunaíma. I don't know. Well, actually, I know exactly why I find that so funny. But that's all good. So once more, we're going to say
Macunaíma.
Macunaíma. Macunaíma. All right, I am going to make a Macunaíma. So I am. Ooh, but also. Right. Sorry, for a second I was thinking, what am I doing? I'm so fucking absent-minded. Oh, it's a 1928 novel by Brazilian writer. Founding text of Brazilian modernism. The hero with no character. The shape-shifting Macunaíma. Oh, and there was a 1969 movie made of it too. Well, I'm glad I looked this up. Who else has got it? Punch. I think I got it off Punch. Macunaíma. All right. I learned something. Hey, Strictly Sega. I know it's a quiet night tonight. I was just killing people in Red Dead Redemption. And I think I might calm down by... going to make another cocktail. Oh, I don't know, Safa. I like to think every night's a party. Not every night is party night, you know. All right, so we're going to use a little rocks glass, and I'm going to put some ice in it to chill it. Okay, ice sit in that glass and chill it. And I'm even going to put a bit more ice in there to chill it a bit more. That'll do. That'll do you. Alright. So, got to get myself sorted. Suppose I could put chicken in charge while I do this too. Da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da. Chicken in charge, because that's the way. I like it. When you shake me by the hand. Makunema. Cachaça, lime juice, a simple syrup, and Fernet Branca. Okay, yeah. You go over here. We don't want you anymore. Don't want you in shot. Okay. Look out, baby. Here I come. See, Fernet Branca is in here somewhere. Conveniently, right in the front. Look out, baby. Here I come. Now, this is not whiskey. We put the whiskey back. We get cachaça. Where is my cachaça? Where indeed is my cachaça? Where did I put it? Here, cachaça. Where are you? There it is. Cachaça. Lime juice and simple syrup. All right, we are going to use this simple syrup. So, look out, baby, here I come. Fernet Branca, simple syrup, lime juice. All right. Let's go. I got that. Okay. She's ready. Hey, Liam. How you doing? Having a bit of a quiet night so far tonight. I'm just going to make another cocktail. Look out, baby. Here I am. There we go, cachaça. What do we want next? Simple syrup. It's fairly sweet, actually. Gotta like to get ready. Okay. It's all set up. We're ready to go. that framing? That looks good. Do that. We add our ingredients. Cachaça. The sugar syrup. The lime juice. And finally, the Fernet Branca. Wheat. All right, let's do that. All right, that's the close-ups done. Put this away. Oh, what's this doing? All right. Put this back over here. All right. Turn the audio recorder on. All right, all right, all right. All right, ready to go. G'day, cocktail lovers. This is a popular Brazilian drink named after a popular Brazilian novel, My Kunama, which I'm almost definitely pronouncing wrong, but it has two things Brazilians love: cachaça and Fernet Branca. That makes for some really interesting flavors. Here's how we make it. In our shaker, we put about 1 3/4 ounces of cachaça. Add to that 3/4 ounce of simple syrup. And then we're doing 3/4 ounce, which is about 22.5 mils of lime juice. And finally, 1/4 ounce, about 7.5 mils of Fernet Branca. Add ice to the shaker, shake that good and hard for 10 or 15 seconds to chill and dilute the drink. And then we strain that into a chilled rocks glass. Interesting touch, traditionally no ice and no garnish, even though it's poured into a rocks glass. It's a very interesting drink. It's got some great flavors. Give it a go. Makunama. That will do. That will do. And now I'm going to sit down and say hello. Notice, okay, trivia, different colored lights behind me. It's the same light strip, you can just change what colors it is. I thought it might be interesting to change it. Anyway, I'll edit these videos tomorrow and decide if I like that or not. And it's time for the chicken to no longer be in charge. Although, you know, chicken might be in charge again a bit later. Have to go to the loo or something. Look, where's the banner? We'll just switch the banner off because the chicken is not in charge anymore. You know, I'm going to do a couple of things as well, just for the gigs. The shiz and the gigs. Get my orange. Get a cherry. I'm just gonna treat myself with some garnishing. Get ready. Okie dokie. Some nice orange peel action happening in my drink because, as the prophet said, that's the way. I like it. When you take me by the hand. All right, got a cherry first go. Didn't actually stab it very well, so I'll readjust the stab on my cherry. But I did get it first go, which is pretty good for when there's not that many cherries left in the jar. These are ways I amuse myself. Oh, Strictly Sega, you here for the disco? I want to put on my boogie shoes. Is that KC as well? That strikes me as being KC as well. KC and the Sunshine Band. Man, that's pretty good. That gets maybe an 8. I would make this again. There's always a new song that samples it. I haven't heard it myself, but yes, sampling classics. Yep, that gets an 8 out of 10. That's nice. One I made earlier, well, it wasn't terrible. 19th century, I'd give it a 7.5. Not sure I'd ever make it again. 8 out of 10 is one I would make again. Yeah, no, I've got nothing against samples. I love sampling. The whole hip hop thing with sampling, I'm 100% on board with. It's just, if it's done creatively, if it's done with any sort of integrity. You know, we could cite a few examples from the past that were not done with integrity. Like when Vanilla Ice tried to pretend it hadn't settled under pressure. Sorry, I'll try that again. Vanilla Ice tried to suggest he hadn't sampled Under Pressure by Queen and David Bowie. You're just making a tool of yourself when you do that. Oh, yeah. The Avalanches, with just their layers upon layers of samples, are incredible. DJ Shadow is another good one. A lot of hip hop artists do it. I quite like the way Hilltop Hoods in Australia do it. Oh God, you know what you made me think of? Like a lot of people, I'm a sucker for that collaboration between DJ Shadow and Run the Jewels, Nobody Speak. And I stumbled across there's a fun video on YouTube. It was DJ Shadow and Killer Mike and LP from Run the Jewels talking about how they made Nobody Speak. And there's this one bit where Killer Mike just starts shit stirring LP and goes, "Tell him what you thought." And because that sort of brass hook in Nobody Speak that got it used in a bunch of movie trailers, like it's really happening. Dun, 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 dun. LP hated it and said it shouldn't be in there. They should lose it. And that was, of course, for a lot of people, that was the big hook that sold the whole thing. So Killer Mike was just making fun of him for like being wrong. Oh, nice, Justin. You got your sit-stand desk, currently standing. Good to see. Ah, yes. Okay. I have a problem with that song. That's the really old Hilltop Hood song, Nosebleed Section. And the little hook is, looked around for faces I knew. I fell in love with the people in the front row. The nosebleed section was the people in the high balcony seats, because there's the idea at high altitudes where there's lower air pressure, you're prone to get nosebleeds. So they're at the same time saying nosebleed section, which is sort of right up in the high balconies, and the front row, which is the fucking opposite of that. And I get irrationally annoyed at that. But anyway, have I seen hip hop acts live? I mean, no big ones. Try I have though. Yes, I used to watch Mythbusters semi-regularly. I quite enjoyed Mythbusters, actually. Okay, yeah, this cocktail gets an official endorsement from me. It is really tasty. I go less for sours these days than I used to, but this one's really good. I actually think it's the Fernet Branca, which is a really weird ingredient. Fernet Branca is a really weird ingredient. Brazil, I don't know if you hear what I was making it, but I mentioned Brazilians love Fernet Branca. It's this really strong herbal liqueur. They love it with Coke. A Brancola. Oh, I like that, Strictly Sega. You find Mythbusters being great to sleep to. Except when they blow things up, maybe. That might disturb your sleep. And they were somewhat fond of blowing things up. But you know, what are you going to do? Sometimes you just got to blow things up. Oh, dear. For the about 1000th, why is the only time I think about doing my blog when I'm sitting here on the live streams? I just need to go and revivify my blog and start putting cocktails on it. You do actually relax by watching shit get blown up. And Jamie getting annoyed at Adam's hyperactivity. Jamie was a bit more laid back than Adam. That's true. Oh yeah, Adam Savage actually does a bunch of good videos on YouTube. And he's definitely they were good counterpoints. Adam Savage was like childlike glee, and Jamie was sort of gruff old man. And I mean, that big walrus mustache of his really added to the whole thing as well. So they were a good pair. Fuck, that's actually pretty good. Hey, Omega Leech, how's it going? Man, I drank that drink. I want another drink. Okay, so that's an 8 to an 8.5. That's a really good one. I need to bloody do that. Ooh, that's a fun one, Justin. What would I ask him if I had the opportunity? Do you mean in a particular vein? Like, what would I ask him about the show? Or, would I ask him what underwear he's wearing today? Actually, here's what I'd ask Adam Savage. If I had to say, like, where does he think the line is between encouraging inquiring minds, excited, inquisitive young minds who essentially want to see what does it take to make something break or blow up, and where's the line between encouraging that and avoiding criminal activity or self-harm. How to balance those. Oh, yeah, no, I have seen that, Strictly Sega, the TV. In fact, I think I got some of that. Sony TV has some stuff built in, but I have a few streaming things. Question about his experiences on the shows. I mean, I feel like if I was talking about the show, I'm going to say something really trite, like, what was the most surprising thing that happened? What was your favorite thing to blow up? Actually, question specifically about the show, I would ask, was there something you really wanted to do where people said you can't do that? You just can't. Was there something you really wanted to do, whether it was Jamie or the producers or whatever, and they just said you just cannot do that? See, I don't even know what the salami rocket was, but that sounds like an excellent question. Sega, you'd ask, what would Mythbusters After Dark be? Is that where they get naked? They throw down some rubber sheeting and roll around in different lubricants and decide which lubricant lubes you up the best? I'm sorry, did something from my dark psyche come out about what I wanted to see Adam and Jamie do? Oh dear. Okay. I'm going to, because I'm actually going to fix myself a drink. I'm going to make another cocktail. Hamsters and pipes. I'm going to put chicken in charge because I've got to take a loo break. I'm also going to go and get some ice. I'm going to pour myself some of my clarified cocktail. So I'll put some elevator music on and just leave chicken in charge for a minute or two. Okay, so we've been talking Mythbusters. What would be an appropriate... I think acoustic cinematic would be appropriate for Mythbusters. All right, be back in a minute or two. That's chicken in charge saying goodbye. Oh yeah. Oh, you could adult-oriented myths, definitely. Justin, he answered question about ones they had to scrap. One, mice became cannibals during the course of testing. They thought that was too gross for TV, I guess. All right. All right. Fucking yum for the Mainkunaima. Oh no, poor McLeach had an explosively large chicken in his headphones. Gonna have my clarified old-fashioned. Chill that down. I mean, I guess, yeah, should be more responsible with noises I make, taking into account people having headphones on. Tell you what, one thing I love about YouTube is if you remember any sort of obscure old song, you can almost definitely find it on YouTube. Which is great when you're as old as me and you have a whole bunch of weird memories. Every now and then one of them will pop up and you go, can I find that on YouTube? 9 times out of 10. Music, 99 times out of 100 you can. Other things, like clips from TV shows or movies, like 9 times out of 10 you can find something. So even though this is clarified, it's still smoky. It's all smoky whiskies. Oh, that's pretty fucking yummy. Ooh, and it's really got that peat undertone still in there. It's subtle compared to peated whiskey straight out of the bottle, but it's got this earthy. God, it's making me think of. This is very specific, but it's making me think of potatoes cooked in the coals of a campfire. Like, have you ever done that? Wrapped a potato in foil and cooked it on coals, either from a barbecue or from a campfire. And so it gets a bit burnt and a bit smoky, and it's just got these really rich, earthy flavors in it, which is not at all what this tastes like, but it's the thought. It's like the sense memory it's putting in my head. Oh man, it's really good. Could definitely taste the orange juice that I used to clarify. Well, I used as the acidic element, so that would clarify. There's almost all the whiskeys, they say things about having stone fruit flavors, and that actually does. It's funny, I think when I first tasted it, I wasn't that in love with it, but I have a few more sips of it and it gets better. God, I've got this idea in my head of just friggin' doing milk clarified cocktails. Kids, why the heck not, quite honestly. So a friend posted on social media like a joke from a satire site series was saying like, oh, it's like Disney's flogging a dead horse with Star Wars spin-offs. And there was a joke that Disney were going to have a series that was about Luke's hand, which got cut off in Cloud City in Empire Strikes Back. And it's going to follow the adventures Luke's hand had after it was cut off his arm. They'll do a story about anything. And I replied to him, you remember Doctor Who actually did this? First episode with David Tennant as the Doctor, his hand got cut off. And that actually came back in a later episode. Captain Jack had found and kept his hand and used its Time Lordy powers to do things. So it's like, yes, you may think you're joking, saying Star Wars is going to do a spin-off about Luke's hand, but Doctor Who actually did that with Doctor Who's hand. So there you go. That's almost a Simpsons did it moment. Man, that is genuinely interesting. Mism Creations, how are you doing? Oh, I needed to ask you actually about the artworks. Those versions that you showed me on Discord, are they like the final versions? I'm just meant to save them. Are you going to send me a file of the final versions? How are we doing this? Because for those who don't know, Mism Creations did a couple of kick-ass designs for my cocktail channel, a banner and an icon, and they're both really good. So that's a whole thing. I haven't used the. Oh, and in fact, even the banner, because I keep talking to myself on streams and forgetting to. So I need to revamp my blog. Nice. Yeah, either. The email's just it'sangryaussie@gmail.com. You don't actually have to put the dots in, but normally when I explain poetry, it's like it's.angry.aussie@gmail.com or Discord, if that's easier, which it probably is. Because I think I'll use that banner for my revamped blog as well. And it's funny, I'm thinking about, I don't care if no one ever reads the blog. It's literally, I've started to think I need to write down when I really like a cocktail I make and score it. Because I can put tags on the blog and then I can just search by those tags and just like, which cocktails did I rate 8 out of 10? I'll do it. I see. I love the thought Mism Creations, but I don't really use Twitch. I know what you're talking about with emotes and overlays and stuff. I don't really know how to use that stuff. I'm old and not adapting. I mean, if I was an at all rational person, I would put much more effort into Twitch, but I don't. So, it's the quandary there is, well, I appreciate the enthusiasm. I really don't know how to use all those things on Twitch, and it's only a tiny number of people watch me on Twitch. It's only a few more who watch me on YouTube, quite honestly, because these are more just hangouts as opposed to trying to have a huge number of people watching the stream. But I don't know. I might get serious about it one day. See, I could tell these two apart. Oh, yeah, okay. That's actually easy. The one I can see through is an old-fashioned. The one I can't see through is the liqueur. I'm a little bit off the liqueur in my glass. Just a little. I have to think of if I'm going to put something else in those barrels. Because there's a couple empty barrels now. Trying to think, is there something I want to barrel age? Maybe a cheap whiskey or something. These are the thoughts that I have that I need to potentially pursue. Things to put in a barrel. A cheap booze, and it might taste better if I leave it. I should probably put sherry in one of them. I'm going to do a little search. Say, can you keep sherry at room temperature? Store sherry in a cool, dry place or the fridge. Good Lord. Saying like consume it in a short time. I don't drink that much sherry. Can I barrel age sherry? Why you should be barrel aging at home. Fairly simple, not ridiculously expensive, worth doing. Negroni, Boulevardier, barrel aged sherry. That's what I want to hear. Barrel was used to age bourbon Manhattans, alternating with the sherry 3 or 4 times. Barrel was then used to age bourbon, tequila Manhattan, and gin. Sherry revisited the barrel for 2 to 3 weeks between each cocktail or spirit. Sherry has a bit of color. Nose is sherry, vanilla, clove. So that's what I could do. These guys reckon sherry in a barrel for a couple of weeks, then put a cocktail in it, then put the sherry in again. Oh, nice, Justin. Thanksgiving. That's what I still want to do. I want to do Thanksgiving in the US. I've done 4th of July in the US. I've done Halloween in the US. They both kick ass. I want to do Thanksgiving with someone whose family makes a huge fucking deal of it. How Tim Smith, Safa? I don't. Probably half. I don't even really feel half, but I probably am. Oh my God, that fucking barrel-aged liqueur is so yummy. Rain, yes. It was really weird. Like early in the morning, really bright sunshine. Mrs. Angry's like, this was like 9 before 10 anyway. I think I'll go for a little walk because I think it's going to rain. Bright blue sky, bright sunshine. Mrs. Angry goes for a walk. Within half an hour of her getting back from the walk, it started raining. It was so friggin' Melbourne, the change. It was so sudden. Not a lot of rain, but it rained. Like, in fact, I could look at the app. Oh, shit, I should put the lid on this. Tornate branca. All right. What do we got? What's the bureau say? What do we had? Yeah, see, less than a millimeter. But it did rain. Less than a millimeter. And they're saying tomorrow won't rain. Thursday probably will, a little bit. Friday won't. Saturday probably will a little bit. Sunday, maybe a tiny bit. So we're maybe just having very light amounts of rain for the next week, but maybe not. Who knows? Is that true? I thought everyone was on planes at Thanksgiving. I thought that was a big thing. Everyone going back to their family. Or are you talking about internationally? Oh, man. I mean, I don't want to toot my own horn, but goddamn, I make good drinks. Oh, man. And that's barrel aged. Right. I think I need to barrel age some sherry and then make a cocktail in it. Maybe a Manhattan. I don't know that I've done. Oof, we're going to have to work this out. What I do next is a barrel-aged cocktail. Oh, there you go. Safi went to Russia for Russia Day before Ukraine war. Yeah, there you go. That is a fun fact, actually. Russia Day and the King's holiday in Australia, same day. There you go. Russia Day probably has more significance. But that's the whole thing. All right, so that's a cheap time to go from Australia to the US. Okay. Yeah, no, I definitely want to do Thanksgiving in the US at one point because I really enjoyed 4th of July, just blowing shit up. And I really enjoyed Halloween. They just go so over the top for Halloween. It was wild. It was so much fun. So yeah, I want to actually do a family Thanksgiving. With someone I know in the US, where their family just really goes for it on Thanksgiving. I just reckon that'd be fun. I mean, we'll gloss over, Thanksgiving was sugarcoating genocide of the First Nations of North America. Because that's awkward, right? I mean, yeah, Thanksgiving, Pilgrims, oh yeah, they made friends with the First Nations people, and then they murdered them all. Yeah, but, we had maize and turkey. It's like, yeah. And then the fucking weirdest, what Americans do, they pump the turkeys full of hormones because they want that huge turkey because the natural wild turkeys are about a quarter of the size of the ones that Americans eat for Thanksgiving. And particularly the breasts are pumped up so much on the turkeys, they can't stand up. It's humans, we're weird and fucked up and cruel. And we will do terrible things. So, okay, Justin, you're going Canberra, Melbourne, LAX. Is LA your destination? Like, so is the family in LA, or do you go on a domestic from LA? Oof. You know what? That liqueur would probably be good in a highball with a soda. I'll have to try that one time and see if that does actually work. Or if, Lord forbid, I've made a mistake. I mean, we know that I don't really make mistakes. Just make discoveries. Santa Barbara. Okay. I have been to Santa Barbara. Did a little bit of traveling around there. Where did we go? I think my ex who I was visiting did actually have like an uncle in Santa Barbara. Is that where Liberace used to live? I swear that was where I was. We were getting a drive around Santa Barbara. And they go, that's Liberace's house. And where else did I visit in California? San Francisco and San Diego. So I did NoCal, SoCal, and Central Cal. Also did a trip from LA to Las Vegas. Vegas, baby, Vegas. So, and then drove. I wasn't the driver, I was a passenger, but drove from Vegas to Colorado. So that was like I got to cross a few state lines, so I could say I'd been in a few states. So I went from Nevada, I was in Utah, Arizona, and Colorado, I think. Let me double check. I'm going to look at a map and validate what states I drove through. Come on, we're just going to start with Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas. Okay, so Vegas, Arizona. Las Vegas, directions, Colorado. Okay, driving. All right, that's not actually the direction I thought it was. Okay, so Grand Canyon. I did actually camp at the Grand Canyon. Why is it? Oh, yeah, there's Utah. So I went through Utah. That was a lot of reservations. I don't remember seeing any signs about reservations. But we did go through Utah. All right, so Utah. Oh, yeah, no, we went this little corner where you were only in Arizona for a really short stretch, and then you go through Utah, and then you're in Colorado. So there's like a little corner, and we just barely passed into Arizona. But technically, I've been in Arizona. So, yeah, so the drive Vegas went Vegas, Arizona, Utah, Colorado. I did not go to Death Valley, Safa, no. All right, that's it. So Santa Barbara is celebrity land. Yeah, okay. Oh, Prince Harry and Oprah live there. There you go. Also, my ex had a rich aunt who lived in a kind of rich area of LA, and there was this valley, and they pointed across the other side of the valley was Arnold Schwarzenegger's house. So there you go. It's a whole thing. Actually, I was possibly not that far from Death Valley. Did do a bus from Vegas to LA. Los Angeles. All right, so that goes, yeah, straight through Barstow. Add destination. Death Valley, California. Okay. Yeah, no, I didn't go through Death. I was looking at, that's a bit out of the way. But did go through the friggin' desert, and it was pretty. The desert outside of LA, pretty fucking hardcore. Yeah, so the desert I went into was not Death Valley, but it was a friggin' desert. I'll tell you that much for free. Oof. I'm seeing all those stories about the heat wave in Europe, the heat wave in North America. And oh my God, isn't our summer going to suck? Okay, that's my old fashioned. Just gonna have a little taste. I do the ones made in a bottle so I can just quickly pour myself a little taste and not have to mix something up. And then I'm going to drink some water. See, my excuse is I'm just flavoring the orange peel for Mrs. Angry. She's going to put it in a hot chocolate in the morning. Lobster! You went through Orange County, California, 75 Fahrenheit in February. That's warm. And also, yeah, February is late winter, whereas here that can be our hottest month. February is often our hottest month. Not always. Sometimes it's January, but February is often our hottest month. And we're going to have the sucky summer, much like folk in the Northern Hemisphere are having a sucky summer. Oof. And a bunch of people I work with are going to be involved in bushfire relief, bushfire emergencies, which are almost definitely going to happen. It will be, I was going to say minor miracle. It would be a major miracle if we don't have catastrophic level bushfires this summer. Just something to look forward to. Ooh, man. That's a tough old-fashioned, that one. What's in this? Some grain in above that. All right. Here I come. Oh yeah, Justin, I get that. Doing tertiary education in the US. You get enough of a debt here in Australia. The debt of doing tertiary education in the US, it's friggin' brutal. Brutal AF. And also, friggin' health costs in the US as well are a bit frightening. Ah, yes, Safi, you don't want to get conscripted in Russia. Like Mel Gibson, his dad moved his family from America because of the Vietnam War. Didn't want any of his sons getting conscripted into what he thought was an unjust war. What definitely was an unjust war in Vietnam. So, yes, governments do dodgy shit. And it's you get people who get weird, like if you criticize Putin or things the Russian regime have done, they go, "You're bigoted against Russians." Or if you have a problem with what the Israeli military or the Israeli government has done at various times, they go, "You're anti-Semitic." It's like, no, I'm not. I'm just really against authoritarian governments, whatever part of the word. No, Mel Gibson is not a Kiwi. He's an American, born in America. His dad moved the family here. Might have moved them to Canada first, but he moved the family here to make sure his sons did not get conscripted into the Vietnam War. And that's what it was. Little bit of trivia. Mel's dad won a major prize on an Australian quiz show, Mastermind. And yes, Russell Crowe is a Kiwi. Sam Neill is a Kiwi. We have a real habit of claiming successful Kiwis and pretending they're Australian, particularly if they're successful. Yeah. Oh, Fall from Grace, Mel Gibson. Oof. Well, I mean, you know, the fact that he's had problems like forever, but he's outed himself repeatedly as being racist, misogynist, and he's barely keeping a lid on his conspiracy shit these days. Kind of is and kind of isn't keeping a lid on his conspiracy shit. But yeah. Oh, yeah. Here's the thing, strictly Sega. Mel Gibson is a good filmmaker. By technical measurements, Mel Gibson is a good filmmaker. Same as Clint Eastwood. Clint Eastwood, fine director. Dodgy as fuck human being, but very competent filmmaker. Mel Gibson, extremely competent filmmaker. There was even a joke about that in South Park where like they had a whole thing that Passion of the Christ was just weird fucking torture porn. And so they came up with this thing where Mel Gibson was a masochist and got turned on by torture, and that's why he made Passion of the Christ. But then they had him in the Imagination Land 3-parter, which I think is possibly the high point of all of South Park, the Imagination Land episodes. And they had the different filmmakers in trying to understand what was happening, and they were making fun of various filmmakers. Like Michael Bay just wanted to blow things up. M. Night Shyamalan just wanted twists all the time. And then they got Mel Gibson in, and he's like, while he's twisting his own nipples and stuff, just saying, look for something that doesn't belong. And one of the generals, they realize Mel Gibson's right. They go, wow, he might be a sick, twisted motherfucker, but he knows narrative structure. It's just such a weird line. Very true, also very weird. Yeah, and then we can potentially get into that complex argument about, do you separate the art from the artist? My personal take on that is I view things differently with someone who's dead and someone who's alive, in that if someone who's alive is revealed to be a fucking piece of shit, I won't give them any money. I won't endorse their art, do stuff. If they're dead, you get the convenience of just potentially being able to analyze their art in isolation. But also, Picasso springs to mind. Picasso, just astonishing artist, incredibly influential, incredibly important. Also, steaming pile of shit. And the question is, did Picasso's fuckery ruin the lives of other potentially great artists? Did the general sort of narrow view and misogyny of the time completely marginalize female artists who could have been truly great, but bastard male artists and the misogyny of the world in general fucks things up? Oh, okay, perfect example, Lobstar. I will not spend any money on anything that gets money to J.K. Rowling, because fuck her, she's awful. That is not an artistic judgment of anything she writes or is behind. That is not saying that is poor quality work. That is saying this person is so awful, I will not give them any money. There's an element of luxury with someone who's dead. That's like, okay, if I enjoy or endorse that art, they don't benefit from it. But you can also do the thing where you rationally look at their art and go, well, you know, yeah, they produced good stuff, but did they get in someone else's way? Or did the adulation of them obscure potential greatness in someone else? But I don't have to worry about giving them money, at least. So it makes it a bit easier when they're actually dead. Strict say, do a lot of 80s actors have a lot of kids? I don't know. I come from a big family, and my parents weren't actors, and we weren't born in the 80s. We were born in the 60s. See, Lobster, I'll one up you. So I think your example of J.K. Rowling is an excellent one. But I never read the Harry Potter books. I was not a big J.K. Rowling fan, so it's not a big issue for me to just like cut her out of my life. But okay, I like comedy. I was a big Louis C.K. fan of like so his TV show on disc and whatnot. But then he turns out to be a fucking steaming pile of shit and serial sex pest and just awful fucking person. So it's like, well, you're not getting any more of my money. But then I can also end up getting into arguments of people go, oh, he's never funny anyway. He was. He's very funny. He had some very good routines. And in fact, before we found out he was a piece of shit, you would look at most of his stuff and say it was very progressive, just in questions of gender, race, and all those things. You'd have to call him really quite progressive if you didn't know that he was actually an awful fucking person. So I'll never give him money again. No fucking way. Because fuck that guy. But I'm not going to pretend he wasn't funny. And again, Dave Chappelle, okay? Chappelle's show was groundbreaking as absolute cutting-edge comedy. I'm absolutely confounded by the weird fucking shit he does these days. Actually, not really. It's just because he's rich. Rich people do fuck things. And I've said this before about Dave Chappelle. He very much confuses me with his weird, reflexive, anti-trans stuff because he is funny, and it annoys me when people want to say he's not. He's funny. He's also intelligent, but weirdest of all to me, he's compassionate. Dave Chappelle is a really compassionate person, and he just has this massive fucking blind spot. And also he's a Elon Musk fan, and I think, again, that's a product of being rich and having brain worms. It's just fucking weird. Yes, and I also agree, Lobster. Chappelle's fuckery went in a different direction to Louis C.K.'s fuckery. But again, they were both very funny. And it's very weird. And yes, Safa, Rolf Harris is just bad. Decades of abusing people. Rolf Harris was just shit. No one really defended him when it was unequivocally revealed what a piece of shit he was, because his work wasn't that great. It was entertaining, but it wasn't sort of legendary. Whereas, if not legendary, Louis C.K. and Chappelle are on the fucking cusp of being legendary. Rolf Harris, not so much. Yeah, it's Safa. I think with rich people, part of it is power to go to the head, but also once someone becomes famous, and this is whether they're a sports person, a musician, comedian, actor, politician, TV personality like journalist, whatever, they can't have a normal life. The way shit works, they actually give up a normal life. And so they get disconnected from the rest of us. And I feel like they are no longer particularly capable of understanding when they've gone off into some, weird orbit outside of Saturn or whatnot. And yeah, I think Kanye was genuinely cutting edge. Kanye was genuinely incredible. He has clearly, in my mind, been disconnected from reality for quite a few years now. But again, he's another one. When I get upset and go, "He was never any good anyway," let's just say, no, Kanye was genuinely an innovator and cutting edge and did amazing stuff. Also, he's completely off his trolley. He is. It's like Kanye is not on speaking terms with reality. And yes, he was actually quite good at sampling as well. Yeah. Again, Kanye did genuine, brilliant shit. He really did. That he's another one where I get upset with people who go, Kanye was never any good. He was. And he's still capable of great art, but he's fucking weird. Joe Rogan is weird as fuck. It's kind of like he's getting worse by the day. Joe Rogan could contribute so much to the world, but it's just like he doesn't. It appears that he doesn't like it when people call him out for doing awful things. And he just has this position of incredible privilege of being an affluent, cishet white male. And he's just going, all ideas should be entertained. It's like, yeah, motherfucker, none of those ideas threaten you. But you platform people whose ideas literally involve the murder of other people. And you just think it's like, let's get all the ideas out there and discuss them. And you are legitimizing and platforming people whose ideas involve murdering people. And it's never going to touch you, Mr. Cishet white man. Do I think, if we're talking about Joe Rogan, do I think Joe Rogan's shtick comes from fear? No. Joe Rogan's shtick comes from a position of incredible privilege. And in his world, he can justify everything he does and says because he's just like, let's just put all the ideas out there and the best idea will win because they don't hurt him. And he is willfully blind to the fact he is platforming people and amplifying the message of people who will get other people killed. It won't get him killed. It won't hurt him. And so because, Lobster, I don't think he's even close to the I'm just asking questions. He is literally that. He is the Messiah. He is the Pope of just asking questions. Because none of the questions hurt him. He, wealthy, cishet white male, none of it hurts him. And he just remains willfully oblivious to the fact he is doing shit that will literally get him killed. See, Tucker Carlson is a straight up white supremacist. There's no sugarcoating that. He is, and because the people who are open white supremacists, the Klan, they praise Tucker Carlson and say, yeah, he's getting our talking points out there. There is no question at all. Tucker Carlson is an open and blatant white supremacist. And he's absolutely shameless about it. You can argue. I think Joe Rogan would actually. Tucker Carlson would bluster if you call him a white supremacist. I think Joe Rogan might be genuinely upset if you called him a white supremacist. Lobster, completely with you. or with the older Gen X and boomers who have had their brains completely turned into Swiss cheese by the Fox News brainworms. That is fucking terrible. Suffer. Do the rich and racist run the world? Short answer, yes. I don't know who specifically you're referring to here, but that refers to so many people we've been talking about. They could buy their way out of anything with the money they have, whether it's Tucker Carlson, Joe Rogan, Dave Chappelle, even Louis C.K. He's not as rich as the rest of them, but he's just been doing live shows. He had the brief period where he couldn't work because, he was a serial sexual abuser. But he's been performing again for a few years and just making a fucking packet. Okay, I'm also going to throw Ricky Gervais is another one. Ricky Gervais is the most successful, most highly paid comedian in the world. And you look at a bunch of what Ricky Gervais does, and he comes across as very compassionate and whatnot. But again, he's a TERF. He's a fucking transphobe. And he does make fun of marginalized people. Just jokes. He is a massive contradictions. A compassion, and he is a compassionate person. He's an intelligent, compassionate person, and he's also just horrifically cruel to some of the most marginalized, powerless people in the world. The contradiction in that is just really does my head in. How to counter the rich pricks? I don't know. What does history tell us about what happens when oligarchs push inequality too far? I don't know. We just passed Bastille Day. What did they do in France? I don't know. I'm not saying they should be our role models, but what the fuck? I think we've just got to be the best people we can be. And I think I fail on that front. I'm just going to put that out there now. In case they were, you think you're the... No, I don't. I think I need to be a better person on a lot of levels. But oofty doof, if I was a billionaire, I wouldn't be doing the shit that some of these people do. Tell you that much for free. Just gonna put a little bit more flavor in there. Just the tiniest bit. Because I've been drinking water for a while. But I just want to do this. Oof. The little discussions make me think I am... God, I might start doing pre-recorded YouTube videos on the Angry Aussie channel for a while again. But if I do, they will just be calm discussion videos. They won't be that performative, shouting, angry stuff I did for all those years. Because I just don't want to do that anymore. But I don't know. I might be able to use it. Tim Smith, somewhere between 1/2 and 3/4. In simple terms, Tim Smith to the degree I don't want to do anything more complicated than go between here and my bedroom, which is also weird trivia. Okay. This is not a big house I live in. It's a 4-bedroom house, single story, just a normal suburban house, which I rent, don't own. And there's the hallway going up the bedrooms, and there's 2 lights in the ceiling, one at each end. One of them blew out like a day or 2 ago, and I forgot to replace it today. I'm going to try and remember to replace it tomorrow. But it's weird how big a difference it makes. Like at night, when I turn on the hall lights, the hallway, because this is at the far end of the hall, like the lounge room's at the other end of the hall. This bedroom, the bar, is at the front of the house. Like Windows just there, face the like front yard and the street, which is why you hear cars here sometimes. And you never used to hear cars when I was in the kitchen because that was at the other end of the house. But with one of the two lights out, the hallway has a completely different vibe. So just throwing that out there, very weird vibe. Kitchen's that way. You see that curtain there? That's windows facing the front yard and the street. So that's why you hear cars here occasionally. You would never hear cars when I was in the kitchen. Lobster. One might, for instance, think twice about purchasing social media. Oh, again, what the fuck is going to what's going to end up happening with Elmo Mush? Who knows? Because that is one of the most bizarre things that has happened in my entire life. I swear to God. Someone who could have gone down in history being regarded as a genius would have been completely false, but could have gone down in history being regarded as a genius if they had just shut the fuck up. But they are a weird, insecure, frail person. I breathed at the wrong time there. And yes, I do have less internet dropouts since the offspring moved out, because almost always when I was doing streams before, when the young'uns were living here, they would both be gaming. They would both be online gaming while I was doing a stream. So we'd get the occasional dropouts. Happens less now. Oh. Oh my God, I just had this weird idea. Be like a Zen ASMR stream. Just think, yeah. Oh, well, it's soda water. This is soda water. This is the Cappy blood orange flavored sparkling water. No sweetener, no artificial sweetener, no sugar. Just soda water with a really light blood orange flavor. It's very nice. Honestly, and I've said this multiple times, not something I would have imagined I would like years ago, but I do really like it. Yes, I have seen that as well, Strictly Sega. Streaming is a very big part of global internet traffic. It was really funny on one of the streams we were making the joke about, the internet is for porn. The most highly trafficked sites are porn. And I looked it up and they're not. Although 2 of the top 10 were porn sites, but 8 of the top 10 were not porn. So, there you go. But yes, streaming is a big use of bandwidth. Social media is a big use of bandwidth on the internet. Oof. Okay, that's what you call living on the edge, streaming from Wi-Fi. Oof. Because you can and you might manage it, but it's really living on the edge. Like I've got a cable connection to this laptop that I'm on here. I could go, the Wi-Fi will probably work, and most of the time it would. But sometimes it would be a challenge. But yeah, it was a thing back in the day. Both my offspring ran cables from the modem up the hall to their bedrooms because they didn't want to rely on Wi-Fi or a Wi-Fi extender. And they were wise to do that. But now they've moved out, and so I've got the cable that we ran all the way up the hallway. So I've got an Ethernet connection straight to my cable modem. Good question, Safa. How many meters is the Ethernet cable? I don't know. That's my really intelligent answer to your absolutely legitimate question. I don't know. It's long. I don't know. Is it 10 meters? Could be anything. Who knows? Who fucking knows? Oh yeah, no. And again, I owe this to the Offspring. It runs. It's not just on the floor. They put it and it used all these little fucking hook things to keep it on the runners on the floor and over the door frames and whatnot, so you won't trip over it. It's a real fucking good effort by the Offspring to get this cable here, and you're not going to trip over it. It's very good. Pretty smart Offspring is all I'm saying. I'm clearly leaning into Tim Smith territory now, but it's also coming up to 10 o'clock. Oh, yummy. Drink a bit more through the water. Oh man, so I shot the 2 videos tonight. Man, I'm going to be, I've just got editing to do the next couple of days. I've got the next few days videos ready for my YouTube channel, my cocktail channel. I just got to think of, I guess, what the next full length video is going to be. And we shall see. What shall I talk about in another YouTube video? Who knows? I have a couple of days to decide. I'll probably shoot it on Thursday, either before the stream or during the stream. Oh, what have I been watching? Watched Star Trek, the new season of Strange New Worlds, and Mrs. Angry and I are rewatching The Mandalorian. We're into season 2 now, which is very cool. And then we go, when we get to the end of season 2, we're going to have to decide, does that mean rewatching Boba Fett now? And does that mean rewatching all of Boba Fett, or just the episodes of Boba Fett that have crossover with The Mandalorian? And then are we really going to watch season 3 of The Mandalorian, which is not as good as seasons 1 and 2? And this is all about the lead up to Ashoka starting. Yes. Oh, Lobster. Okay, we're on the same wavelength. Ashoka is currently looking pretty fucking cool. So we're going to watch as much Mandalorian as we can in the lead up to Ashoka, which is in about 4 weeks, 4 or 5 weeks. Ashoka starts. But there's a whole bunch of shit. Mrs. Angry was into The Witcher, but I don't think she is really enjoying this most recent Witcher stuff. We started watching it, and then we didn't keep watching it. That's the whole thing. What else is there? I think there's a new season of What We Do in the Shadows, which I really enjoy. I might start watching that. And I think either late this month or next month, there's going to be the final season 3 of Reservation Dogs, which if you've never watched, you should watch. It's an entertaining, I guess you'd call it a dramedy, which is like a drama series that has some funny stuff in it, where Taika Waititi is a writer, producer, director, and it's about a bunch of kids on an Indian reservation in the US. And it's just very different, and it's really good. Yeah, Lobster. I think season 3 is the final season of Reservation Dogs. No, I don't think. I know season 3 is the final season, and that's starting in the next month, somewhere from the next couple of weeks to the next month. Asafa, she hasn't finished Tears of the Kingdom. I think she's actually playing it tonight while I'm here. So yeah, what things I got to look forward to? I'm still rewatching Mandalorian. So might rewatch some or all of Boba Fett as well. And probably rewatch Andor and maybe even Rogue One, which is the best Star Wars movie. But yeah, this new season of What We Do in the Shadows. There's going to be a new season, final season of Res Dogs. Ashoka looks cool. Gonna watch that. We'll see. And yeah, that's a great way of putting it, Lobster. Reservation Dogs can do more in 22 minutes than most shows can do in a season. It is, the stories they tell are great, and they're just told from a really different sensibility. So, you know, when you're a boring white guy, it's the whole thing. I haven't eaten the cherry yet. I'm going to do it now. It's a little bit of soda water still to drink. But I think it's time to ceremonially conclude the stream by having the cherry. Oh man, fuck yeah. I fucking love those cherries. Oh my god, they're so yummy. Man, that is good. All right. So you fine folk take care. I'm going to be watching some more Mandalorian tomorrow night. I'm back for a stream on Thursday night, and we'll see what happens then. This is a good low-key night. I like just being low-key some nights. I don't know. Might do some. Okay, there's like two things I'm having fun doing, fucking around on Red Dead Redemption. Like, one is playing cards till I'm convinced someone's cheating, and then I kill everyone. The other one, I've been playing Arthur or John as a serial killer, just sneaking around populated areas and trying to kill people without witnesses, and seeing how many people I can kill before the alarm gets raised. But the other one I wanted to do, I have to do one of my saves where I'm John, and cross the entire map. Like, probably get on. You could do it as a horse, and I could do it. It could be just like ambient, almost like ASMR stuff. I could be talking and get on the horse at one extreme of the map, and then put a destination at the other extreme, and just have the horse going at a slow trot and go through the entire landscape and just see how it changes across all the areas, because it would take a long time. If the horse is just going at like a walking pace in real time, it would probably take at least an hour or two to cross the whole thing. And I could just have it on sort of auto going. So I don't know, I might do that on Thursday or Friday. Who knows? But we'll see. I'm just going to go sleepy bobos now. So I hope you fine people take care of yourselves, and I hope to see you another time. But gonna say bye.